everybody. This is Liz. Welcome to Augustana again. We're here in our next stop today, and today is our Vietnamese student panel. So what we're going to be doing is introducing some of our students and getting a chance for you to get to know what their experiences have been at Augustana. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start going down through the panel and have each student, if you can please just say your name, what year you're here at Augustana, and what are your majors?
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Tiffany and I'm a junior at Augie. I'm majoring in computer science and math.
Awesome!
Hi, my name is Ming. I'm a senior and I'm double majoring in computer science and applied math and minoring in data science.
Thank you, Min.
Hi everyone, I'm Chi. I'm freshman and I'm communication studies and marketing major.
Hi everyone, I'm Long and I'm a senior. I'm double major in biology and biochemistry.
Cece, can you pass me this? Awesome.
Hi everyone, I'm Cici and I'm a senior majoring in biology.
Hi everyone, my name is Christopher. I'm freshman. I'm majoring in computer science. Nice to meet you.
Perfect. So we have a whole well-rounded group of students here at Augustana College, and we're here to share a little bit about what their experiences have been at Augustana. I wanted to first tell students that oftentimes when you come and you're signing up to study abroad, what you intend to study sometimes does not end up being the plan. I wanted to know, out of this group of panel of students, can you please raise your hand if what you thought you were going to study in your freshman year at Augustana, how many of you guys changed your mind or added a major or added a minor, something off the class, what you thought you were going to do at Augustana? Can you raise your hand? Yeah, it happens. Students change their minds, and one of the things why students change their minds is because they're at a liberal arts college. Tiffany, I want to start with you. Can you talk about a liberal arts college? I know a lot of our students don't really know what this is like. Talk about some of the classes you had, if you can remember. In your first year at Augustana, did you only take computer science classes or did you take classes outside of it?
Yeah, so for me, I had a chance to take a variety of classes that I'm interested in, not necessarily have to be in my major requirement. And then during my first year, I have a chance to take a music class, a geography class, and many other classes that I like. And I think that's one of the things that is good about liberal art, that you can discover by taking as much as many classes that you want to find what you really like, and that which is important for you to determine whether you want to major in this or you want to change your mind and major in another thing.
Yeah, and I think that oftentimes international students and even Vietnamese students might think that just because you're a science major that maybe a liberal arts college would maybe not be a good fit for you, and we're here to tell you a little bit more why that's not the case. Min, you're a computer science major. Can you talk about maybe some of your favorite classes that you've had outside of computer science?
Outside of computer science, I really like this psychology class where I learned more about how human brain functions and common misconceptions that we usually have about things around the world, about things around us, for example.
Yeah, and that's important for even as a computer science major to know, right? Is to be able to draw from different classes and say, okay, how people think and what they do, how can you draw those skill sets into computer science? What about some other classes of yours? Is there anything else that's been interesting for you?
Actually, I took another communication class, and it's really helpful because it teaches me how to communicate effectively with people. And I really like that because I think that communication is a soft skill that everyone needs to have in order to be successful in the workplace.
And I'm sure that when you graduate and you're going to your interviews, employers are going to ask you about that. They're going to want you to be able to lead teams. It's not just about you knowing how to do coding, but it's also about how to work with people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you been able to, can you share an example of how you've used these teamwork, critical thinking skills, all these things in a project at Augustana?
So actually we had a project in my computer science SI
Mm-hmm.
that we had to team up and code up an app for our project. And then for my communication class, I knew how to apologize and how to communicate in a work setting effectively. So I use that in my work project very effectively. Like when I cannot meet a deadline, I send a proper apology, and then people understands and they cover work for me. And maybe sometimes I need them to do something for me. I know how to do it in the proper way so that they don't feel that I'm not doing enough work or that.
Yeah, you're constantly negotiating these things with a team of people, and those are things that you're going to be working at and that you're constantly engaged, whether you're in a computer science class, whether you're in a psychology class. Our professors are constantly pushing teamwork, I'm assuming, right? Another misconception about university in the United States is that you're only here for academics. You're only going to be studying. Raise your hand if you participate in things outside of academics. Raise it high so they can see. Yep, okay, everybody does things outside of class. Chi, I know that you're super involved at Augustana College. I know that you're into music. Can you talk about some of those things that you're involved with outside of like your academics?
Yes, I'm involved in lots of activities like advertising club, work in the admissions, and also reading writing center. I'm also in choir and also in Greek life. Greek life kind of like sorority and
Yeah, I would say that most of the students tuning in today don't know what Greek life is. Maybe they've seen it in the movies before. Can you talk about like why would a Vietnamese student who's coming all the way from Hanoi join a sorority?
Yes, at first talking about Greek life, people will think about mean girls like her. That's not all other things that we know. In sorority, you will have a chance to get to know lots of great people that will help you along the way. You will have academic, big, and also sister that help you to get through all difficulties in life. And you will have like some sister who are always there to listen to you and help you whenever you need them. Even if at midnight you just have stomachache, and like just call them, they will be there.
Yeah, I think that's important. Is like as you're like picking up and moving your life and relocating to the United States, you can be super nervous about feeling like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be alone? Am I gonna have am I gonna have a friend? And being part of a sorority, as she says, you're going to have an upperclassman, a big sister, a big brother, someone who's checking in on you to make sure that you're feeling welcome, that you feel like those days that you're feeling a little bit homesick or missing, mom's cooking or your family, like this is your extended family at Augustana. Long, I want to talk to you because a lot of international students always ask me like, Liz, what's the difference between university and college? And I don't think that they really know that the difference of like what the classroom looks like. Can you talk about like how many students are typically in your class? Do your professors actually even know your name, or do you just sit there and take notes? What does that relationship with your classroom, with your faculty look like? If you can share that with our students.
Sure. So usually I take classes with around like 20 to 30 students. That's the maximum.
Okay.
And the professor, they're really like very helpful and friendly. They actually personally know me. So I have a professor in organic chemistry, and we talk about life stuff, and he guide me to a lot of different stages of my life, like how to pursue a higher degree in the United States. And then he also offered me like a position in his research lab because of the conversation that we have. So
Wow, so your professors, they're almost like friends, right? They get to know you, they counsel you, they advise you. How often are you meeting with faculty? Do you see them once in the whole time that you're at Augustana, or how often do you get to see them?
Well, actually, I don't remember the number because I see them like every day, like every time anytime that I have questions, just go in and, hey, can I ask you a good question real quick?
I think that speaks volumes, because I don't think that students get that at any university they go to the United States. I think that that's something true to these smaller schools where our faculty are so invested in student success, right? Have you felt that like our faculty have gone out of their way to make sure that you've been successful?
Yeah, I definitely think so, because when I take a class during this last term, and I didn't say anything about asking her for a reference, but she just come to me and say, if you need any help in the future job, just ask me, I will help you.
Yeah, I think that is so important. I'm assuming, Cece, you're a senior. Cece's about to graduate, so she's been here at Augustana going into her 4th year. Cece, can you talk about some of that transformation? If you can think back freshman year, you're starting college, were you nervous at all about deciding what you were going to do with your life in the United States? And talk about what does it feel like to come from so far away and begin your college experience in the United States?
So for me, when I first came here, I really didn't know what I want to major in. But then what I knew for sure is that I didn't want a major in science. Like, I promised myself not to take any chemistry or biology class because I was so scared of this subject in Vietnam. So then I decided to major in psychology, and it was just like a random decision, not like really anything that like I want to pursue in the future. So then I just tried out, and then I had an opportunity to do research in psychology. And I think this experience, kind of like experiencing it and then taking class, kind of like guide me to what I want to do, because we were required to take perspective of natural science. So I had to take a chemistry class, and then from that chemistry class, I somehow became like a biology major, and then I take like all of the chemistry classes. So
that is such an incredible story. Like being like, no way, I'm not taking science, but then because you have to take a science class at Augustana, you're like, actually, I kind of like this stuff.
Yeah. I think what changed my mind was my human anatomy class with Bob. So he's a really great professor. So then he really cared about you as like other professor here. And the classes are really lively, so it's less intimidating, because like I feel like professor here, they always try their best to connect material to like real life, what you can apply in real life. So you feel like you're learning something that can actually be useful in like daily life. So that when I started to like turn around and then like go into science major.
Yeah, and I want you all to know too that like I mentioned this already, but if I can reiterate this, you do not have to figure it all out now. You guys are only 16, 17, 18 years old, and I'm sure all of you have already learned this, but like the plans change, you change, and you get a chance at a college to try out some new things, and through that you'll discover your new passions that you have. So get involved, and the best way to do that is here at our college. Chris is a superstar as well here at Augustana. Chris, I want to focus on you because Chris is our first Vietnamese student to join our honors program, and I know that a lot of our students may have been interested in joining honors, but like during the application process, you have no idea what this actually means. Chris, can you talk about like what honors is, like what and why students should consider it? Why another Vietnamese student just like you should consider joining honors?
Okay, I really I strongly encourage you to join the honor program. Simply, the honor program is just similar to the FYI normal track, but the professors are so involved in teaching you, helping you with critical thinking. They will, like from a historical figure, they will help you to make an analyst paper about the figure, like what's the theme, or maybe about the moral choice, that why you did what you did. These questions will help you develop a mindset that will help you to be more mature. I don't know, like be more confirmed in what you are doing.
Yeah, it confirms your belief, right? So like, I'm assuming that your class is like, you're given a topic and you might have an opinion about it, but the professor's going to push you to defend why you have that opinion. Is that what you're doing constantly in that class?
Yes, yes. And also about the research, they taught a lot about how you can do research with very credible sources from library, from book, not just Wikipedia, and how to citation, and this very helpful, I think, in the future when you have to write a research paper in grad school and later on.
I wanted to ask you all, because you guys went to high school in Vietnam, you're familiar with the Vietnamese school system. Does anyone want to share, like, how, if you can think back of like being in high school in Vietnam and then coming and sitting in a U.S. classroom? What is the biggest shock to you, and you say, "Wow, this is so different than home"? Does anyone want to share?
I think that it's all about the questions, because like in Vietnam, class in Vietnam, I think that people just stay there and listen to the teachers all the time, and they even don't raise their hands even though they know. But here, the professor encourages you to like
Participate, right?
Participate and be involved in every activities in class, and to get to know your friends and also show your perspective.
Yeah, that's great. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I also have one more point, like most teachers in Vietnam, they don't have office hour because they don't have their own office. But here they have office, and you can stop by anytime you want to discuss about like maybe about your personal life, maybe about a question that you are concerned, anything. It's very make a conversation and connection between you and the professor. It's really good.
So that must be like a huge learning curve. You show up and you're like, your experience with education before was, okay, I go to class, I do my notes, and that's all I do, right? Now you're building relationships with faculty, and does that take some time to get used to that, Cece?
Yeah, I think I was kind of like hesitate to reach out because like I wasn't used to doing that.
Yeah.
But they were really like encouraging you to reach out to them because they like to have students come talk to them and they like to answer their question. So I think like generally it took me like more than a year to like kind of like actually go to office hour and be more open to sharing with them and then asking questions, and I think that's like crucial in my learning curve.
Yeah, just feeling that trust that you can go to someone and confide in, because of course, most of your days at Augustana are going to be exciting, but one of the things of studying abroad is that it's like a roller coaster of emotions, right? There's going to be some days that you're like, oh wow, today's TET back home, and I'm in class today, and so we want to make sure that like you can confide with our faculty and you can share some of those personal things that you're going through. One thing that I want to focus on at Augustana, and the thing that I really, really love, is how students are involved outside the academics. I know we shared some of them. I'm just going to go real quick down the panel. If they can, each one of you guys can just talk about 2-3 things that you've been involved in outside of the classroom. So, Tiffany.
So as you know, I work for Liz in the International Student Admissions Office. And other than that, I have involved in some volunteer activity from my geography class from the first year. So I have a chance to work with the Quad City office and to like do some research to help elevate and improve the life of people around. Also, I have joined BSA for 2 years, which is our Vietnamese association. And we have created like many events and celebrations like Tet Holiday and Pho Night and many other great things.
So, wait, raise your hand if you've had a campus job. Do any of you guys work on campus? Yeah. Students work on campus because this is a great way to earn some extra money. And so that's something that you can as well participate in. By U.S. law, international students can work up to 20 hours a week. Many of our students have more than one job, and those jobs will change throughout the time you're here at Augustana. But I just wanted to point that out because I know it's a question that I get a lot at Augustana. Men, are you involved? I know computer science is such a difficult major, so I'm assuming most of our students think that there's no time to do anything fun. Do you get to do any fun things?
I think coding is
Coding club, okay. What other things? What's other fun things that you do outside of the classroom?
I was a part of VSA. It was pretty fun. I did edit things with Tiffany.
Yeah,
You said?
so
Can you follow that?
Vietnamese Student Association, VSA. Can you talk about, because I think that sometimes students have asked me, oh, well, is this just a place that Vietnamese students gather? Or like, when you look around, are there only Vietnamese people around, or do other people go?
Actually, there were other domestic students who come to VSA for different workshops and many different things. They want to learn more about the Vietnamese culture, so they come to VSA regularly to learn more about the Vietnamese culture. And we also organize a lot of events throughout the years, and there were a lot of people, including faculty. Like the whole math department came to our 10th anniversary.
That's
actually.
awesome!
So yeah, we had a chance to advertise our Vietnamese culture and to create a way for them to learn more about the Vietnamese culture.
That must feel so good to like look around and you're celebrating your food, your people, your language, like with a community that maybe have never got a chance to travel to Vietnam. And here you are in Illinois, in the United States, having like a Vietnamese, festival. Like that is so awesome. I'm gonna continue because I know that we're on I'm trying to keep us all on time, and we've had so many great experiences. Chi, some other things that you've been, you mentioned Greek life, choir, you work in this office. Are there other things that you hope to be part of? Can you change your mind at Augustana and you decide, I wasn't in something my first year, but maybe my second year?
Yeah, I'm applying for the honor code, which is like about helping students who have a lower GPA to strive for a higher academic achievement. I just want to tell more detailed information about choir, because like it's a great experience that I have never had in Vietnam. Like I have lots of tour in another stage, but the fee is covered by the school, so I don't need to pay everything for the tour. But like I was on TV for the performance and also get to know lots of great professors to learn more about music theory, the power of music, and any different aspects of music. And that's so great. Also, I'm working for Reading Writing Center, and it's a great place for you to just like improve your reading and writing skills, and also like be a part of a community that who can help you along the way.
That's great. And actually that's, we're getting a question right now, and so I want to direct it to you guys. The question is, do you guys have any problem with your English writing skills? And this is a great question because you're coming from a Vietnamese high school, all your writing's been in Vietnamese, and you suddenly come to college in America and you're expected to write just like an American student. Oh my goodness, like how much stress? Mom, can you talk about like, is that challenging? Like, can you remember and like, do you learn and how do you improve your English writing?
Well, my English writing is bad at first, but then there's a reading and writing center, and it's really helpful to me. And then also when I learned how to write English, I found that it's easier to write English than in Vietnam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like now you're writing in English after being so many years in the United States, like your English has gotten stronger in English? Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive. But I love to, anyone else participate in the Reading and Writing Center? Have you been there? Yeah. Like I tell students that when you enroll at Augustana, your tuition is not just you going to class. You're paying your tuition to get all of those resources, career resources, support, academic support, your faculty, leadership skills, all of that is part of the entire package. I guess my advice, and hopefully you guys would agree with this, is like simply say yes, go, right? I think that some students just don't go to the Reading and Writing Center.
You also have free food if you go.
Take advantage of that as well. We're going on and continuing with extracurricular involvement. Can you continue, Cece, talk about some things that you've been involved with?
So I've been involved in VSA. I also dance in Unique Dance Group. So that was a dance group that you can get a PE credit for. And there it's like multicultural, so a lot of students there. And then they have 2 performances every year. So one in fall and one in spring. And it's a really fun experience because everyone gathering, and then we practice for like an hour every week, and then we perform. And then I used to be in GET, so which is global engagement team. So we organize event for international student. And then other than that, I also work at a tutor, and I think that's like really fun experience. And like actually for computer science and biology and chemistry, I think more than 80% of our tutor are Vietnamese students.
Wow, that's awesome. I think that the thing that I've been so proud of the Vietnamese students is that I think that when we talk about this idea of taking full advantage of the opportunity, you really have to have that enthusiasm. You really have to have that motivation. Like you're giving up so much to leave home and your family and everyone you know to pick up and move to the United States, then you should take full advantage of everything that the colleges have to offer and what Augustana has to offer for you. Chris, I'm assuming that maybe you don't have any time. You're so busy with honors. Do you get to do anything fun outside of class?
Well, I agree with Min, like coding is fun, but like we do make some cool things. Like 3 days ago, I joined a robot club. We make the self-driving car, and we compete in the Davenport. We won top 3 out in Davenport.
That is awesome.
And then and outside of that, I think there's a lot of things that you can do, like a badminton club, like I usually do. And also the VSA, sometimes they have very cool stuff like for a night that you can join and help out. It's something really fun, so many things.
And the other thing that I think is really special and unique to the Augustana experience is this program called Augie Choice. So we talked about how students study different subjects and they explore different classes and they're part of clubs. But one of the things that we really believe in is like, hey students, go out there into the real world and experience life in real hands-on scenarios. So we have this program, Augie Choice. It's a $2,000 grant that we give each and one of our students to use towards an internship, study abroad, or research project. So same thing, I want to go down the panel, we'll go backwards. If you haven't used your Augie Choice, how do you, envision using it?
I would love to study in Europe. Like
You're thinking about a study abroad?
yes, because I always want to like travel and discover new things, especially outside of US. The US is a great place. There's so many places.
Yeah, just because you're a Vietnamese student in the United States, it doesn't mean that you cannot travel again and be part of a study abroad program. So he's planning on using his $2,000 to study abroad in Europe. Cece, have you used yours?
Yeah, I used my Augie Choice during my sophomore summer to pay for housing and like living expense and my internship at San Francisco.
Oh, awesome. How was that experience?
It was a great experience. I like living in like a new city for like 3 months. Yeah, and then Augie Choice helped out a lot.
Yeah, because I'm thinking for a lot of students, if you could not, financing some of these opportunities can be such a burden. So knowing that this money is going to come in to help and make a reality, it might be the difference whether or not you participate or not, right?
Yeah, I would say because not everyone can get a paid internship. So sometimes you have to get an unpaid internship to like make connection and take like the first step. And then if you don't have money, that would be like a burden. So if there's money for you to make that first step, then it will help out a lot.
Oh, for sure. Build that resume. Get involved. And that's the whole purpose. We want to make sure that your experiences shine. So when you graduate, those employers will see all these wonderful things that you have done while in college. Have you used your Augie Choice?
Yeah, just like CC, I used my Augie Choice in internship, and my interns was in Houston.
So can you elaborate? What did you do? Did you just Augustana pay for you to go hang out in Houston?
So it's actually a life-changing experience because I learned to do intern in virology, and this is a field that I don't get normally exposed in any college.
And I heard you went to Baylor. Is that where you were at?
Oh yeah, it's the Baylor College of Medicine. It's a huge medical center, and a lot of Augustana students are also in Baylor as well.
So that's another thing I want to point out. Like these very, very selective schools to get into, I think the one great thing that Augustana is going to provide are these unique experiences for you to do internships there. And just getting that exposure is just setting you up for graduate school, and that's super exciting. Gee, have you used your Augie Choice, or how do you intend to use it?
I'm thinking about using Augie Choice for my internship this summer, because like I know it's a paid internship, but like I think I will use my Augie Choice. And also I know that from one of my friends who is working in core, they told me that you can also have another extra fee. It's not Augie Choice, but you can have like extra fee from the core, about $5,000 to $1,000 for your internship or studying abroad whenever you ask.
Just so those of you who do not know what CORE is, that's the Career Center we were showing you earlier in our tour today. This is a place where you can apply for additional grants that can help support and finance those off-campus experiences. Min, I heard that you've gone and used your Augie Choice and traveled the world. Can you tell us more about what you did with your Augie Choice?
Yeah, I used my Augie Choice to study abroad in Sydney, Australia, and it was really fun. And I realized that just because people in Australia speak English, it doesn't mean that they are the same. So it was a pretty fun experience. I got to do an internship over there, and I took some classes to learn more about the Australian culture.
Wow!
And I did a lot of traveling because the program covers all the travel expenses. When I go through subway, so I can just like hop down the subway and travel like all over Sydney.
And that was a partnership with Augustana College, right?
Exactly.
That's incredible. So you said that you did an internship. What were you doing? Were you really working in Sydney? That's incredible.
Yeah.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah, I did, and it was not really coding related, but I did a lot of SEO stuff for a company's website.
We don't know what that is. Can you give us the English version of that?
That's search optimization. So typically you do everything to make a web page to hop up to the first spot on Google. Yeah, so I did that, monitoring and
what an incredible experience and an awesome resume builder for you.
Right, exactly.
Tiffany, I know you were also in Sydney.
Yes.
Did you also do the same internship that Min did, or did you do something else?
Yeah, I also have an internship, but I have like a different placement in another place in Sydney.
Okay, so what was your role like?
So technically I'm a web software developer. I work for a startup company that they are going to like launch in the US in this upcoming May. And during that time I had a really great experience with like coding and helping them like sorting out the campaign to like really do the marketing before the official launch of the product.
As you can see, all of our students are superstars, and the thing that I love most is that each one of their stories is different. Everyone finds those things that they're interested in, their passions, and their path at Augustana is very unique, and I think that that's so important because all of us are very different. We have different strengths and different interests, so a place like Augustana gives you a chance to try a little bit here, participate there, change your mind, retrack, and that is the best part of participating in an undergraduate program and participating in getting a liberal arts degree. So I know we're about to run out of time here, so I want to kind of just switch a little bit. I don't speak Vietnamese, but of course they do, and I wanted to, if you can say something in Vietnamese to our parents, to our students, advice. If you can just think about a couple minutes, something truly, if you can think about, if you could go back and really make sure that these students are getting the most of their undergraduate experience, what advice would you say for them and their parents? Like, I know that a lot of them are so nervous about, picking up, leaving their life and sending their kids away. Any just advice you want to say? Anyone who wants to start? This is kind of informal. Yeah.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, in Vietnamese, just so our parents can feel part of this as well, if you don't mind.
Okay, có một lời khuyên là nếu mà các em có cần sự trợ giúp thì nên luôn luôn là mở rộng và luôn tìm là professor hoặc là học sinh hoặc là những cái staff ở đây rất là thân thiện và open to always ask. Yes.
So you said for them to have this relationship with faculty, step out of their comfort zone. See, my Vietnamese is getting so good here, everyone. Anyone else want to say something? Because I really want this. I was so sad that I couldn't go to Vietnam. My flight was canceled, and I want to make sure that everyone at home right now in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, all these beautiful cities across your country, that everyone feels like, I don't know, I want them to feel that welcoming environment, even though I'm not there and I wish I was. Anything else you want to share with them?
Thì mình nghĩ là nếu mà đi từ một đất nước khác mà qua đây học một kiểu môi trường mới á, thì ai cũng sẽ sốc. Nhưng mà mình thấy là quan trọng nhất là mình giữ một cái thái độ là mình sẽ make the most out of it, thì mình sẽ luôn luôn nhìn thấy cơ hội. Tại vì không phải là kiểu mình phải ở những cái nơi gọi là những trường top hoặc là những sao đó thì mình mới có cơ hội. Thiệt ra là thầy cô ở những trường nhỏ thiệt ra rất là tốt, là tại vì mình có một cái cơ hội tạo được một cái mối quan hệ riêng cá nhân rất là personal với người ta, cho nên là người ta rất là sẵn sàng để giúp đỡ mình. Cho nên quan trọng nhất là mình phải kiểu open để reach out tới người ta, thì cơ hội sẽ tới thôi. Giống như là kiểu là lúc nào cũng phải có một cái curious mind, là muốn tìm hiểu. Mình tới đây để mình học thì cho dù là mình ở trường nào, thực ra cái trường cũng chỉ là một phần nhỏ thôi. Quan trọng nhất vẫn là mình, và mình đón nhận cái cơ hội, kiểu cái cơ hội học hành của mình như thế nào thôi.
Yes, curious mind. Take the most out of it. These are great advice. Thank you guys so much, because I know that these students, they probably know this, but just hearing it from you, it just really encourages them to make the most out of this experience. Anybody else want to share anything? Long, is there anything that you would, want to share with our parents, and, any words of wisdom that you have now in your senior year?
Mình nghĩ là tất cả các em cứ cố gắng tham gia nhiều cái môn học khác nhau, cố gắng tìm hiểu nhiều cái khác nhau, thì như vậy sẽ giúp cho cái sự định hướng trong tương lai nó đơn giản hơn. Tại vì mình biết là mình thích gì và mình không thích gì. Thì ngoài điều đó ra thì mọi người nên bảo vệ sức khỏe bản thân thì bằng cách là ăn uống điều độ. Thì ở đây có những cái căng tin trường, cho nên là mình không cần phải lo nghĩ nhiều về việc nấu nướng lắm. Mình chỉ có thể tập trung vào việc học và cái hoạt động vui chơi bổ ích.
Yeah, I want to add some more in. Và mình cũng biết là cái quyết định chọn trường đại học, mà nhất là đại học ở Mỹ ấy, thì nó là một cái bước quyết định rất là lớn đối với tất cả các em học sinh và cả bậc phụ huynh đang quan tâm tới trường nữa. Thế nên là mình cũng đồng ý với chị Ngân là bọn mình đã học được và nhận được rất nhiều từ trường Augie, và không phải quan trọng là trường ranking cao thì sẽ là trường tốt, và đó là cái yếu tố quan trọng thiết yếu, mà quan trọng là mình tìm hiểu thật là kỹ về các trường và mình cảm thấy là ở đâu thì nó phù hợp với mình nhất. Và như kiểu cô Liz đã nói thì tất cả các bạn sẽ luôn các bạn hoàn toàn có thể là reach out đến cô Liz và đặt bất kỳ một câu hỏi nào mà các bạn muốn để tìm hiểu rõ hơn về trường. Thậm chí các bạn có thể email trước faculty để mà hỏi về cái major mà mình đang quan tâm. Nói chung là tìm hiểu kỹ tất cả mọi thứ, từ việc học cho đến việc sinh hoạt trước khi mà các bạn đến đây và trước khi mà các bạn quyết định chọn trường ấy, nó vô cùng quan trọng. Và quan trọng là bạn hiểu được bản thân mình muốn gì, bản thân mình cần gì, và bạn cảm thấy thoải mái ở đâu nhất. Đó.
Thank you so much, everyone, for participating today. And after today's panel, we are going to be giving you a tour of the dormitory. We're also going to show you a bit of our cafeteria, and then we're going to wrap up later this afternoon, I guess your evening, in Vietnam with admissions information. So stay tuned. If you have any follow-up questions for any one of our students, please feel free to send us a quick message, post, and we'll be sure to follow up with you. Once again, we're sending lots of love from Augustana College. I hope that all of you guys are safe, and I know that this, the whole coronavirus outbreak has really changed the whole college search in this year, and we want to make sure that you know that we're here to support you and your families, and we'll be thinking about you from Rock Island, Illinois. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye!